Hey, it's your boy, Sergeant Hook Contentions. So today we are reviewing, sorry, I'm adjusting my there we go. Kamen Revice. Episode, where are we at now? We're on 33 already now? 33, I think. Goodness, 33, 34, somewhere around there. You'll see in the title. Um, it was overall a decent episode. We'll get to some of the points here. So the main plot has to do with not a lot honestly with Icky and Vice. It mainly focuses on Sakura. Um and it's really getting into excuse me, the nitty-gritty of their of her relationship with Aguilera. A lot of people for a while have thought there's been like slight lesbian vibes between the two. This and the next episode seem to quite double down on that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I think it's awesome. I think it should be represented more in writer, but it's definitely like that was kind of a thing. No, we're doing it. So we're still dealing with ramifications from last few episodes and everything. You know, Gifu is out there doing his thing. Vale is a threat again. Actually, episode preview for next week shows Vale in a physical form fighting Vice, actually, which is interesting. Yeah, so that's the main part of the plot with this one is her and Aguilera's relationship. And whenever they're fighting right now, a few times in the episode, her connection with Lovekov starts to get wonky, and she like demorphs or dehensions, detransforms, whatever, and loses control. And I think what it is that because she keeps having to remind herself that technically Lovekov represents her weakness in herself, but she's not going to keep that connection with her inner demon that gives her the power she needs to fight and be strong. If she's not like her resolve isn't like strong, because I don't think that she truly wants to kill Aguilera. And she mentions many times, is there any way to modify the driver, the Libera driver, so that I can separate her from her demon form? Like, she doesn't deserve to die. I think that she just needs to be separated from that, and we can figure it out from there. And George talks about it a little bit, maybe, and so does his father at one point talks about it a little bit, that it could be possible, but they're not sure. And I was hoping we were building up to a new form debut. It's really just a new weapon debut in the next episode, which is just a repaint of the scythe that Yaiba had with the hunting jackal like key or whatever she had. So which is fine. Again, I just hope that she gets another form, just like her brothers already have upgrade forms. She at least needs one form. Clearly Revi and Vice have like a billion, so she needs at least one. But anyway, so it's really dealing with that throughout the whole episode. Sakura and Aguilera and their relationship and everything, and the different family members talking to her about it. At one point, she talks to Tamaki about it, and he keeps kind of telling her, like, please be, gentle with her. I'll try to talk to her, blah, blah, blah. And my boy just keeps getting rejected by Aguilera. And, like, I get it. He's simping for her. She was there in a dark time in his life. She supported him, brought him into the Dead Man's and everything. But, dude, man, she ain't good for you, bro. She's toxic. Just move on, man. But yeah, so again, it was a really good, nice Sakura focused episode for sure. Again, we get some small developments here and there. I think the one doctor lady that saw Akaishi or whatever his name is, the new Phoenix director guy that's clearly evil. She like saw him talking to Vale or whatever, and so she finds a way to get into his office. He comes in right behind her, knocks her down, and then takes a glove off, and he's got like a gross like demony vagina thing in his hand, and there's like what's his name, Gifu inside of it or something like that. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm thinking she's dead. Which is unfortunate because she didn't really do anything. I don't know why they introduced her, because she didn't accomplish anything. I don't know why she was in the show. Maybe she's not dead. I don't know, but it'd be weird if she wasn't and what they would do with her. So that's all fine and dandy. Icky and Vice are dealing with a little bit the aftershock of last episode of the whole, like, if I die, or if, you keep using my power, it'll keep, taking away your memory. He's really affected by that. At one point, Vice takes a picture where he's disappeared from and actually, like, draws him back into it just to, like, try and cheer him up, and it's not working, clearly. But yeah, so that's all fine and dandy and interesting. And like I said, most of the plot focuses on Sakura and Aguilera. They have a couple fights here, and the first fight goes really awful. The second fight lasts a little longer. Then I think there's a third fight, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I watched the episode a few days back, so I'm a little spotty. I probably should have rewatched it before reviewing it. But yeah, every time her powers are going wonky, and Aguilera keeps questioning her, like, "Do you really think you can do this? Are you strong enough?" And blah blah blah. Which is interesting because Aguilera's gotten her ass beat by Sakura many times. So I don't know why she thinks she's a threat all of a sudden. It's a little weird and goofy in my opinion. I don't know. But yeah, overall a really good episode, and it was a nice setup for the next episode. They're kind of honestly to me subtly have kind of sorta in a way gone back to like the 2 episode arc thing because like again this one suffers from the same problem as the previous couple episodes where the end of the whole arc with like Icky's friend and the soccer thing and secrets and blah 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 was better than how it initially started. Whereas this one, same thing. Like this first episode is decent, but next week's episode looks a lot more interesting with ending their little arc here and what's going to happen and the new power that she uses. Shoebill, I think, is the vice stamp. Almost like a bird of some kind, and gives her the scythe. So yeah, it wasn't a bad episode. Not my favorite necessarily. But I think that and I don't think that Revice is like losing its steam necessarily. I just think that they're trying to be very careful with how they dole out the episodes and the plot, so they're not rushing too fast into stuff with GIF, and that whole ending arc with him and whatever. We do get scans though of what Over Demons looks like, which is basically a repaint of Vale's top half of the suit and then the undersuit legs kind of Demons. So it looks all right. I don't like hate it. I think it looks better than most people are like complaining about it with it. I've seen some edits that make it look a little better, definitely. But I don't hate it. I just hope that I don't know who I want it to be. I would like it to be Hiromi, but I could see them not doing it because I don't even know if he has a demon anymore. So I don't know what it would do, how they'd fix the driver to not behave in the way it does. I don't think it would be Genta because I don't see him befriending Vale. Vale seems to be basically evil and stuck on being evil, so I don't expect him to just all of a sudden be like, "I want to be good and not kill people." Um, and I really hope it's not Akaishi either. I guess it could be George because he keeps like there's all those moments when the last few episodes where he's like and like looking at the driver because he wants to use it again. Um, so I guess it could be, but I'm assuming it's probably going to be Genta somehow or somehow Hiromi, but we'll see exactly how that all unfolds. But yeah, like I said, overall a decent episode. I'd probably give it a good 7.5 out of 10. I didn't hate it, but I definitely want to see like where the next few things are going to pick up going towards Endgame and how we're going to end things off. And if there's going to be like any kind of fix to the whole thing with Vice and Icky, and like every time he uses the powers, his memory is taken away partially of people and just people's memory of him and whatever, and how that's going to all be resolved necessarily. So yeah, so overall decent episode, not my favorite, but still like entertaining. And if not like it's not like I dislike Revice as a result of it. It'll probably be much better on a binge watching it instead of like week to week because you'll kind of be able to get through some of these quicker episodes because you can just start the next episode right afterwards. But as it is right now, yeah, like I said, I feel comfortable about 7.5 out of 10. Wasn't my favorite episode, but again, I do like the plot with what they're doing. I like the focus that we're getting for Sakura, and that we're really getting like a nice storyline for her that doesn't just feel contrived in any way. She's not being controlled by the bad guys. She's not falling into really any of the tropes of female writers in the past. She doesn't have a weird incestuous relationship with her brother. Sabella, what's going on? So yeah. And as far as like recent releases and stuff like that, I know that Beyond Generations in raw form has been out, not subbed yet, but maybe I'm wrong now. Maybe someone has started subbing it. I don't know. So that's gonna be out. So I'll try to watch that as soon as it gets subbed and do a review of that. I did watch the Genims special. It was something, wasn't it? it's, I don't. They didn't have to make content, but they did anyway, I guess. I don't know what to really say about it as like a quick random review of it. I didn't hate the forms, but they're there for like 5 minutes and then the thing's done. And it's like, yeah, it sets itself up for another one with this Zine or whatever is going on, AI thing, but when's that gonna happen? Nobody knows the answer to that question. And lots of weird things like guy just doing really stupid things and yeah, so it was an odd thing. The Veil miniseries has been perfect, but I want to, like I said, review my full detailed thoughts until all 5 episodes are out. I've watched it all through, and I can talk about that. I've been watching up to date now, but I want to review all of it once it's done, which should be pretty soon. 4 and 5 should be out fairly soon. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's review. I also reviewed Don Brothers, so check that out, the news review for this week. And hopefully pretty soon I'll be getting some stuff to review. I know I have another a set of Avatar gears for Kiji Brother, Inu Brother, Saru Brother, and some other randoms come with it in like a little set. So I'll try and do a review of that, or at least show off a demo of the sounds or whatever. Also check me out on TikTok. I'm there on TikTok with Sergeant Hooked on Henshin, same name there. Henshin videos, other goofy different videos there. Clearly on Twitter at Ryoso Rider Red, and my screen name being, Sergeant, right now it's Sergeant Hooked on Kiji Brother. But as always, stay hooked on Henshins. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.